So this is USDCAD analysis for Monday, the 29th of January. Now, let's have a look what happened with prices and where prices may likely go. So what we did see is we had some descending resistance here off the 400 period moving average. As we can see here, we've had a rejection, pull back up rejection. So descending resistance here on the US dollar Japanese yen. Oh, sorry, the US dollar Canadian dollar. US dollar Canadian dollar, sorry. We've seen the downside continuation, and we didn't find support at 23.50. We've had a pullback down towards the 23.34. Had a brief, somewhat oscillated a little bit before we saw before the level was violated. We headed down towards that 22. Well, invalidated as we headed down towards that 22.80. Formed a brief recovery here. Got this very strong candle, possibly news related. Had this move upwards towards that 23.80, so in around 100 pips, from which we rejected and pretty much retraced this entire move side. As we can see here, we've gone into a bit of a trading range. We've had a brief move up to test at 23.55. Had a rejection, as can be seen by the strong wick on the candle, but we have not seen further sell side momentum to take us down to 22.80 or below. What we are seeing so far here on Monday 29th is prices, and we can see this very large candle here closing near its high, so possibly a counter trend move maybe setting up here. So if we continue to hold above 23.34, we see our price react around 23.55, and ultimately our most recent swing high is in around 22.80. If we're able to successfully navigate those levels, we're going to see our prices react around the 24.20 level, where we do have the 200 period moving average. I'm just going to have a brief check here. 200 period moving average 24.08. Wow. So we've got 200 period moving average sitting around 24.08. Again, we'll see our prices. We'll see if it does act as dynamic resistance for further sell side momentum. If we are able to successfully navigate the 200 period moving average, we'll see our price directing around the 124. Around the 124.26. I can't anticipate price moving much beyond the 124.26. But if we do successfully navigate above the 124.26, we'll see our price reacting around a 400 period moving average. 400 period moving average in around 24.40 level. Now, if this recovery that does appear that we might be getting here on the US dollar CAD, which is somewhat kind of trend, if it does fail, if this bullish candle here does get invalidated, we have to look for potential downside targets. And to the downside, the levels that we are looking at to the downside, if we do break down from where we are at present, vertex levels, the levels that we are looking at is in around the 122.21, a break from which we're looking to see our prices behave in around the 121.71 level. And yeah, with that said, that pretty much wraps up everything for the hourly time frame. So we'll head over to the monthly and weekly. So head over to the monthly time frame. As we can see here, we came down towards that 120.63. We found this pin bar had the upside continuation. Well, we've had a bullish upside move, and the bullish upside move has been kept somewhat. We've had we do appear to be putting in our second consecutive bearish week, closing near the lows. The previous month was a very bearish month for the US dollar against Canadian dollar. A very sizable candle closing near its lows, which isn't a good sign if you're a US dollar CAD bull. And so far this month of January does appear to be heading in that same direction. So we do look poised to head down to test our most recent lows in around that 120. But ultimately we have to wait to see if we do see the further downside continuation. There do appear to be quite a few factors supporting the Canadian dollar. So we'll see whether we do head that back down towards our 2063. But it does, based on information that's available at present, it does seem likely. Now, if we head over to the weekly time frame, over here on the weekly time frame, we can see here. You can see prices headed up, went into a bit of a range, and we are seeing a bit of a breakdown. So we'll see whether we do retrace the entire move, or whether it's just a case of a deep retracement before we have further upside continuation. So we'll head over to the daily chart. And over on this daily chart, similar scenario. Not going to say anything different. The only thing is the range is more clear here on this daily chart. As you can see, we were in a bit of a trading range before we broke out the bottom of the trading range here on the US dollar CAD. Had a brief move upwards, sell side momentum continued, and we've seen the follow through even further to the downside. Now, with that said, that pretty much covers everything here in the US dollar CAD. So, thanks for watching.